What's up, YouTube? It's good to be back. Thank you for being here, tuning into my channel. This is where I talk about reality, awareness, knowing your true self, becoming your most authentic version, increasing your awareness and expanding your consciousness. So, today's video is going to be about the present moment. How, mainstream, a lot of people and, spiritually and consciously, they tell you to live in the now, in the present moment. And that the only thing that exists is the now. So that's what I want to talk about today. Because the present moment is that moment when you're becoming mindful of what's happening right now. What decisions are you making right now? And actually, what kind of attitude, right? What kind of attitude are you having towards life, towards yourself? How are you viewing yourself in every given moment? Your vibrational attitude. Meaning that, remember, your energy frequency transmitter. So depending on how you view yourself, right, is going to be what you are attracting on a daily basis, on a constant basis. So most people aren't really aware of what they're transmitting. They're just thinking their thoughts, and their thoughts and emotions have dominion over the now, the present moment now. That's the crazy thing. So how do you become more mindful? How do you live in the now? And why is the now so important? So like I said, it's a known fact, in our quantum reality, in this moment, right, you have access to all different realities of yourself. You can become and shape yourself to be any person that you want. In this moment, the moment where you are the, perceiver, you're that pure awareness, and you're perceiving the reality, you can switch your perception, switch your perspective, and you can actually tune in to a different reality. And the reason I tell you this is because most people are thinking of the past, and most people are also thinking of the future. And most people aren't living in this moment now because they're so busy. Remember, most people have their thoughts and emotions having dominion over them. And they barely have control over what they're thinking, what they're feeling in every given moment. And needless to say that they're not being aware of why they're feeling these things. They're just being triggered because it's just how they are. But remember, you have that choice. You have the ability to switch that. And becoming present helps. And, getting your mind in a place where it's still, where you can finally think the thoughts that you want while going along with your daily life. You won't get triggered by certain feelings because you are, in a sense, detached from what's happening. And you're just living happily and enjoying this moment. So, an example that I can give you so that you can practice living in the present, living in the now, and taking full advantage of what's going to happen and what can happen right now, because right now is full of infinite possibilities. Remember, you can be anything you want right now if you decide to do so. And I want this video to prepare you for my next video on parallel realities and what that actually means. But for now, like I was saying, the example I want to give you is, remember what it was like to be a kid. A 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, 8-year-old, even 10-year-old. How fun it was to just play with your toy car, to run around on the grass, to look at the trees, look at the world. Every single place your parents took you, every new place you went was was awesome, was spectacular, was something so new, was so beautiful. And all you wanted to do was see more and more and more. At least from my experience when I was a child, I was very present. I'm sure you were too. Because remember, throughout those years and time where you were a young kid, you were accumulating your social memory complex, which is your personality. You're accumulating those experiences, those understanding, those beliefs that make you who you are today. To make you that person that you think you are for sure, and that you're very attached to. It's okay because you're working on that. Okay? But remember what it was like to be that kid. You weren't attached to anything. You were just enjoying every slide of the movie that is your life. And you didn't care what happened next. You didn't care what happened 5 minutes before. No. You were just interested. You were enjoying. You were probably taking these deep breaths, saying, wow, I love to be alive. So just have fun. Enjoy what's happening now. And you were really aware back then. So it's kind of, rewinding to that point where you were that child. Watch how children enjoy their day. Watch how they're so concentrated on what they want to do. And everything that's going, on. People talking. Just nature, the trees, the air. Feel the air. And that leads me to the next, kind of technique, I guess, or example to help you be in the present. And that is get in touch with your body. Because usually you're thinking so much of the past or the future that you're not really focusing all the little subtle things that are happening within your being, within your body. The little twitches that are happening constantly in your body. Your stomach, the acid in your stomach, digesting your food. In your brain, feeling things that are happening up there. Your legs, aches, itches. So start to become aware. Take a deep breath, get relaxed, and try to pay attention what is happening within my body. Okay? Pay attention to yourself swallowing as you drink water. Kind of, watch yourself internally, right? Doing these actions, these things. Get in touch with an internal part of yourself. Because this will bring you into the present moment. Because you'll be focusing on now. What is happening now? From my experience, I've emptied myself out for the majority, of my being. All the biases, the belief systems that I have. I try to keep myself open, and I've cleared myself of all thoughts. So that I can finally have the decision of what thoughts I want to have in every given moment. And I've set the intention every day to become sort of a pure conduit, a vessel for love, for knowledge, for truth to be shared to every single person that I communicate with. So another last example that I want to give you, which is kind of going into a different topic, but it still helps you get into the present moment, is try to start forgetting the story of who you are. Now it takes time and practice to get there, but that is something that I have finally can say that I am in the later parts of achieving. Meaning I've done most of the work, and now I'm finally enjoying the fruits of my efforts. To the point where I can enjoy my presence, my awareness, by itself, without having to think of something, or be thinking of something. And I'm just happy that I get to enjoy and see what's going to happen in each next slide that is the movie of my life. That in each moment, acting out of love, spontaneously, not thinking of what I need to say to impress the other person, no. But just letting them talk, and then whatever comes in that moment, I say it. So try to think about that when you're talking to people, right? Just forget. Just completely listen to the person that you're talking to. Send them love. Send them good energy. Pay attention to what you're feeling inside. What feelings are getting stirred up inside of you while that person is talking to you. Remember, you're paying attention to the present moment of how you were feeling, right? And just react. So, If you can barely think of anything in that moment after they finish talking because you weren't thinking of it before, that's fine. Just be like, whatever, and then boom, whatever comes to mind, you say it. But get into the habit of, you don't have to think before, while the person's talking. You don't have to think of your response, because then you're not listening 100% to what the person's saying. In the present moment, you have the decision to be whoever you want. You can act whatever way you want to act. You can be the person, whatever person you can even imagine you can be. You can feel any type of way. You can make yourself sad, make yourself happy. So, just remember, if you're feeling anxious, right, it's most likely because you're thinking about the future. Because that usually gets people anxious, because they don't know what the future holds. Okay? And if you're feeling kind of down and sad, maybe it's because you're hanging on to the past, of the bad things that happened to you, the things you still, are overcoming, you can't really get over yet. But as you start tuning into your body, acting as a kid and just enjoying every second of life, right? And remember, shifting from victim, right? Victim of your life to creator of your life. Because remember, the outside world is a representation of your inner world. So start to pay attention. What's my attitude? When you're walking to work, when you're walking, through your daily life, doing whatever it is that you're doing, what is your attitude about yourself? What is your attitude about where you're going in life? Are you happy? Do you feel sad most of the time? Do you have like this just dull temper throughout the day? Then there's something that you need to fix. There's something that you need to realign so you feel happy again. So you start, doing things properly. So you can become your best version. Become the creator of your life completely and know it. So all this is to help you instill that within you. And remember, it takes that time, that energetic seed of you wanting something, right? So that can grow. Because remember, right now, in this moment, this present moment, all the possibilities of who you want to be is available to you. So right now, if you want to be that person that's living their dream life, with their dream person, with their dream friends, well, start to act, start to feel as if you were that person already. And of course, it's going to be hard because you're always fluctuating, right? Because this present moment is so freaking expansive that you can go from being super, super sad to being super, super happy, and being, envisioning your future life and how excited you are to get there. So use this to your advantage, because every single second, every moment of now, right, you have the ability to change what you're amplifying out to the reality, out to the world, the universe. You have that power. So start paying attention. What am I sending out? What am I thinking about unconsciously? Maybe you haven't even noticed that you're thinking about the future or the past, or that you're feeling about the past, or you're feeling about the future. Because sometimes we might be doing something and we might feel bad, and we don't know why. And the reason, wow, kind of got stuck there. The reason why this sometimes happens is because, yes, we might not be super focused on the future or the past, but we're still in that state of, we just thought of it a while ago, so now we're in that kind of mood of like, yeah, this, yeah, that. So realign yourself, become aware of it, so you can take back your power, take back your awareness, to then concentrate in this moment on what you really are, what you really want. And you don't have to think about the future all the time to start visualizing and affirming, right? You can do that. So remember, in this moment, you have all the power. And that's why a lot of people say that in this moment, or why people say, work hard to achieve your goals nonstop. Whatever you want to achieve in life, do it now. Do it today. The reason for this is because since this present moment is literally all that exists, doesn't it make sense to do that now? Because if you think about it, what are you experiencing if not the present moment? You're never experiencing anything where you're not present in that moment. We can say a year ago, I was playing basketball, but that moment was only alive. That time I was playing basketball, that present moment I was shooting the hoop, that was now. So that was actually happening, but now it's not. So kind of get used to seeing that things this way. And notice that since everything is now, since you have the power to become anyone you want in this present moment if you decide to, that gives you access, that gives you flexibility to even change your future. Okay? So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that in the next video when I talk about parallel realities. But just to introduce you a little bit, I'm going to be getting into the fact that right now in this moment, if you still have lingering thoughts about the past, about breakups, about hardships, right? You can fix that in this present moment because remember, you have access to everything now. That's why you can become anything now. That's why you can choose anything now. Feel, think anything right now. And that gives you access to your entire past. You can switch it up. You can create a new past for yourself so that you feel better. And guess what? As you go along this path, time is going to start slipping. You're going to be able to have more control over time because guess what? You will begin to see and experience that time really isn't there. Time per se is just kind of the way that we linearly discuss and show things that are happening on a scale, so we can see when things happen, how they like, in a time frame. But it's only for explanation. So start to live in the present moment, and you will see this for yourself. You won't even remember sometimes. The more you practice this, you won't even remember. The weeks will pass by. That's why you say, oh my God, this week was longer than the other week. Man, this week passed so fast. It's because when you're present in the present moment, guess what? Time flies because time is not there. Because this is all you got right now. So whatever you want to accomplish, whatever you want to do it now. Embrace that reality now. Remember, if this is all you got, then you got to become the reality that you want, that is so out there for you, and become it, embody it. And that's when everything around you starts changing. Why? Because if you're embracing another reality, then guess what? Another reality has to take shape. Why? Because the outside world is a reflection of your internal world. So whatever you're feeling internally will be reflected back to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it was a little long. I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you for watching again. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. So I send you loving energy, and let's keep evolving. See you in the next video.